section of the agenda. I'm going to open the floor for any public comment on agenda items. Is there anyone present who would like to comment on any agenda items tonight? We have a card from Mr. Jimmy Neese. Is Mr. Neese in the audience? If you would like to, would you please approach the podium, speak into the microphone? If you don't mind, give us your name and address. No, thank you.
Okay.
Jimmy Neese, correct?
Right. My father was a golf pro at City Park, and of the pros of his era, he was so in tune with the kids. They went to BREC in 1990 and put him on the tournament schedule. He's been on there over 20 years, but he never made over 600 a month because it was a 9-hole course. But anyway, back then, kids had a monthly card. They played during the week for $5 a month. They didn't play on weekends, but they were able to play and learn golf. Working people could afford for their child to learn golf and to improve on it. But now it's so high. I was behind a man and his son the other day at City Park. 9 holes was $38. People can't afford that. That's why you want to get more players. That's what you need to do. That would be one of the greatest things you could do. Because when a kid starts playing golf, a lot of times his parents will play. His mother will play or his dad will play with him just to see what it's like. You find that they're pretty good. I played with a man at Webb that was 99 years old. I mean, you can play it forever. And anyway, the parents may restart playing golf again because the kid is playing. I just think it's a great thing for you to do. And I went to the director of golf. I can't think of his name right now, but he's been director the last 15 years. But he's not the whole head of the whole thing. He's like over golf. I said, why did you raise the BREC prices twice in the last 10 years? The country clubs hadn't even raised the prices. Why did you do it? Oh, we want to stay in line with the country club. I said, well, I thought the purpose of BREC was so that a working man that's not making that much money a year could afford to let his children play golf and his grandchildren. They can't do it. You don't see it anymore. You don't see any kids playing hardly at all anymore with their parents or by themselves. They can't afford it. So anyway, that's about all I have to say. But I would like those court fees to go down. They were $8 for 18 holes and $5 for 9 holes just a few years ago, like 7 years ago. And now they're so sky high, you can't do much about it. And I just think when it say if it was reasonable, a guy went and played 9 holes. Adult green fee could be $10, and the child could be like $5, something like that. That's $15. And don't charge a kid for riding in a cart. That's not going to be every day or all the time. It's just when the kid is with his adult parent or uncle or whatever, an adult anyway, you don't charge him for the cart. And then the guy could play. I play at Howell Park a lot. It's like a country club. That guy is the hardest worker they have at BREC. His name is David Hoffman. He not only cleans up the whole golf course, he goes on the outside of it and picks up stuff. I mean, that place is immaculate. There's nobody out there. There's 2 people out there some days. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Neese. Okay, is there anybody else who'd like to speak on an agenda item tonight? Seeing none, I'm going to close the floor for public comments. Next up, we have the minutes from the last commission meeting held April 25th. Commissioners, have you had a chance to look through the minutes? If so, can I entertain a motion? Mr. Freeman, motions to approve. Mr. Osbury seconds. Any opposed? Minutes are approved. The consent calendar. Everybody's had a chance to look at the consent calendar as well. Is there anybody who wishes to remove any item off of the consent calendar? If not, can I entertain a motion of some sort? Mr. Guillory motions to approve the consent calendar. Mr. Freeman seconds. Any opposed? Seeing none, the consent calendar passes. Okay, let's move on to presentations. The BREC videos first up.
Join BREC for some fun in the sun this June. Get ready to hula! Through a partnership with Families Helping Families of Greater Baton Rouge, BREC invites you to the Inclusive Friends and Family Luau. This event takes place on June 1st from 7 to 9 p.m. at BREC's Liberty Lagoon Water Park. Adults with disabilities, ages 21 and older, are invited to attend, and the fee is a $7 donation. For more information, call Families Helping Families at 216-7474. On your mark, get set, go! The Rocket Kids Rookies Triathlon celebrates its 10th year on June 8th at BREC's Liberty Lagoon Water Park and Independence Community Park. Rocket Kids is designed to introduce children ages 3 to 10 years old to the sport of triathlons. Don't forget to bring your swim goggles, bicycle helmet, and running shoes. For more information or to register, visit rocketkids.org today. U.S. Open Week Flag Tournament Mania will be held on June 14th at the First Tee J.S. Clark Golf Course. This new and exciting program is perfect for parents, grandparents, and children ages 8 to 18 at beginner, intermediate, and advanced skill levels. Tee times begin at 4:30 p.m. Entry fee is $15 per two-player family member team. Visit BRECGolf.com or call 272-9200 extension 366 for times and details. Join the fun at BREC's 4th annual Father-Daughter Dance on June 15th at 8 p.m. Young women ages 5 to 16 are invited to bring their father or favorite guy to dance the night away at the red carpet event that includes music, dancing, food, games, and lots of photo opportunities. Tickets are $15 per couple and $5 per additional child. For more information, call 272-9200 extension 545. Join us for Father's Day on the Fairway on Saturday, June 15th from 6 to 10 p.m. at Historic City Park Golf Course. Activities include a hole-in-one contest, kayaking excursions, family scavenger hunt, car show, and a movie on the golf course. The entire family is invited, including man's best friend. Food and beverages will also be available. For more information, call 272-9200. On June 16th, it's all about Dad, so bring your father to the zoo and spend the day with the Wild Bunch. This day features Dad and Me themed amphitheater programs, games, and crafts. For more information about Father's Day at the zoo, call 775-3877 or visit brzoo.org. Highland Road Park Observatory invites you to communicate with outer space on Saturday, June 22nd from 2 to 10 p.m. for American Radio Relay League Field Day. Participants of all ages can learn how to communicate with other ham operators, send your name in Morse code, and visit numerous education stations. American Radio Relay League Field Day is open to the public and free for all. For more information, call the observatory at 768-9948 or visit BREC.org. The Baton Rouge Open Golf Championship will be held at BREC Santa Maria Golf Course on June 22nd and 23rd from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. This tournament, open to amateurs and pros, will consist of a best ball of 36 holes and will be flighted after 18 holes with gift card prizes. Registration begins 1 month prior to the event. For more information, contact the Santa Maria Pro Shop at 752-9667 or visit BRECGolf.com. Come enjoy Bluebonnet Swamp Nature Center on June 22nd from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. as we drop the No Pets policy. Bluebonnet Swamp opens its doors and trails to pets. All pets are welcome, but they must be on a leash and have their vaccinations current. General admission applies and registration is not required. For more information about Bluebonnet Swamp Nature Center's Dog Days, call 757-8905 or visit brec.org/swamp. On Saturday, June 29th, BREC's Baton Rouge Gallery's popular and inventive summer film series, Movies and Music on the Lawn, features the film The General, with music by Righteous Buddha. The film will be shown on a towering inflatable screen on the lawn behind the gallery, inside BREC's historic city park. As always, the screening begins at 8 p.m. or sundown, whichever comes last, and the $5 price of admission includes free popcorn. Call 383-1470 for more information. Paddle Up is back this summer and classes are currently in session. BREC offers 4 stages of Paddle Up for kids, teens, adults, people with disabilities, and seniors. Liberty Lagoon will host classes on June 29th at 7:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. for participants ages 6 and up. The cost is $10 per person. Call 923-3202 for more information. Expedition BREC is in full swing. June features many new exciting programs to challenge participants of all ages. Be sure to check out solar viewing at Highland Road Observatory, geocaching at Greenway Community Park, swamp nights at Bluebonnet Swamp, climb-on classes at Perkins Road Community Park, guided trail rides at Far Park Equestrian Center, and moonlight paddling at Wampool Beach. Be sure to register for your passport and keep track of your points to earn prizes. Visit brec.org/expedition for program dates, times, and more information. Visit us at brec.org, then like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and watch us on YouTube for more information and events. And remember, it all starts at BREC.
School's out and kids are back needing some stuff to do. All right, reports of officers and standing committees. Ms. McKnight, the superintendent's report. I know we don't have any administrative matters. I think I'm the first up. If you don't mind, I'll go through the BREC Foundation report. As you know, I'm liaison now for the BREC Foundation. I sit on the board as a member of this commission. The board meets every other month. They review committee reports. We hear from the superintendent. We discuss issues and take action steps necessary for the commission. I do feel that BREC is very fortunate to have this group of individuals. They serve as ambassadors and fundraisers for us, and it's good work that they do. As a matter of fact, for the period of January to April this year, the foundation has $318,000 in restricted contributions and has provided over $186,000 in grants to BREC. They have nearly $2 million held for various programs and projects and have another $800,000 pledged. So I'm proud of the foundation. They seem to do good work. I'm new to it, but I'm respectful of what they're doing. The focus has been on Capital Area Pathways Project, the new mobile recreation unit, the BREC on the Go mobile. They're working hard on plans for a new elephant exhibit at the zoo, and they're working with several neighborhoods on doing their own individual park renovation projects. They explore strategic initiatives and partner with organizations and enhance conservation and restoration of natural resources. I'll keep bringing things that they're doing to the commission in the future. But lastly, the one thing I wanted to make sure to note was that the board members of the foundation individually raise money amongst themselves and have raised close to $7,000 just to help BREC pay for summer camps for some children who couldn't afford to go. So very good foundation. I'm honored to be a part of it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have the capital projects update. Ted Jack is here with the update that we've been giving you every month. So we'll quickly walk you through where we are.
Sure. Evening, Commissioners. We have quite a lot going on out there in the parks. Some of the projects that we're working on in the planning design area are Anna T. Jordan Recreation Center. We've got a little bit of good news. There might be a little bit more state capital outlay dollars coming in for BREC, but we'll have to wait till they go through the whole process to see if it'll stay that way. Expressway Park, y'all may have read about that. We're moving forward on that. And we're also working with DDD. They're putting a trail through the park, so we've got to work on a agreement with them to move that project forward. Another neat one is Highland Road. We're working on the design work for the playground, the splash pad area. You know, the pavilion that kind of completes the other part of the park is under construction right now and moving along. Independence Botanic Garden and the cafe building that we have there. The building's starting construction, and we're starting to work with the library and also the Botanic Garden groups as we start to figure out exactly how those pieces fit right in some of those key points, because we're starting to see the structure of the library coming together, and that's going to be a fantastic project when all that starts to come together. I think it's going to be one of those really neat places in Baton Rouge. Some of the construction projects, we recently took down an old fair building at Airline Highway. That was about the 26th building that we've taken down in this program, which again is steps in the Imagineer Parks program to get us more efficient. So things that weren't really providing much value, we're trying to take out of the system so we can better use those resources to serve the public. The Beaver Creek, the sinkholes, y'all may have read about, those are being repaired. We're about a third of the way done on that work. The Cap Trail, if you've been by the Mall, Louisiana, you may have seen the trail along the edge there. We're a good port, probably about 70% of it on the stretch from Bluebonnet to Picardy over there by Dick's Sporting Goods is poured, so you can really see how that's coming together. Let's see, we've got Webb Neighborhood Park, which was a cooperative project with the neighborhood and the BREC Foundation. That one's underway. And then finishing up, College Town, we just had a ribbon cutting on that, which was really great to see. It was a really nice park. And you can see some of the pictures up on the screen, the ribbon cutting, and then right next to that, that's a trailhead at Frenchtown Road, which we will be opening soon, which will give people access to that. The sports park at Central, you can see the concession building, which is complete, and some new signage at Highland Road there for the observatory, and then Brooks and Howell pools are finished. And the other shot is of a portion of Cap Trail under construction. So if there's any questions on any of that, I'll try to answer them for you.
What caused the sinkholes at Beaver?
The cause was there's failures on some of the pipe joints, and when those have failed, the water's infiltrating into them, and it starts pulling dirt in through those holes, and then finally the dirt just eats out, and the soil collapses around that hole. So we're going in, making repairs to those pipes. And once we've done that, we don't really expect we'll have that problem again.
How many of them did you have?
There was about 20 holes that we're dealing with. Some of them were fairly big, some of them are minor, but somewhere around 20 total.
Are there any other questions about the construction projects? I would like to bring to your attention, while Ted is still at the podium, we found out this week we had circulation problems over at Gus Young Pool. We're not going to be able to open that pool this weekend with the other pools. We have been told by 3 different companies who came out to test that the water's not circulating and that there's a hole in the main drain pipe. And so we need to make sure that we assess the problem and find out what is going on so that we could somehow move forward and open the pool before the summer is over. But at the point we're at today, it's really looking pretty difficult as far as opening up, because it could be very expensive to repair the pump and the drain line. We don't know the details of it just yet, but we just know that Health Department basically said do not open, because the water's supposed to circulate 3 times within a day all the way around, and it's not doing that. So,
Ms. McKnight, what's the future of that pool?
Well, as part of the aquatics master plan, I believe we had that particular pool listed as one that would be demoed, but I'm not sure if that is one where we need to go back and slow down and take another look at our master planning process, because we're getting ready to look at our entire system.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. McKnight. Okay, let's move on to standing committee reports. Finance Committee, Mr. Sam.
Mr. Chairman and members of the commission, we have several items for your consideration and approval, and I'll turn this over to Ms. Savoy, our Director of Finance.
Good evening. I'm going to go real quickly through the financials. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me at any point in time. On page 3 is the beginning of the general fund. We have $4.6 million in revenues as of April. And if you'll turn to page 4, $10.7 million in expenditures for a net deficit of 6.1. But if you look historically at our net deficit at this point in time, we are doing much better than we have in the past about reducing our expenditures. Page 5 is our recovery rates. Overall, BREC's recovery rate is at 43 cents on the dollar, and with self-generated revenue at 76 cents on the dollar. Page 7 is the Enhancement Operating Fund. The Perkins Road Gym project is now complete, and so there won't be any more activity in that. You'll see a little bit maybe in May, but that is going to be the wrap-up of that particular project. On page 8 is the Employee Benefits Fund. We have a surplus of $40,871. We're up a little bit on our medical claims and our pharmacy claims. Page 9, we have a surplus of $149,933. We're up a little bit on our workers' comp claims in the risk management fund. And page 10 is the print shop. It has a surplus of $31,133. On page 11 is the unemployment fund. We've had no claims through the month of April, and we have a surplus of $36,707. On page 12 is the debt service fund. This fund, we made our May 1st payment on April 30th, so that's where you see the $1.6 million in payments for a surplus of $1.7, which will be there for our November payment. Nobody has any questions, then that concludes the financial report. I just have to read this for you guys. Resolved that the Commission approve the April 31st, 2013 financial statements as presented, which includes budget transfers between cost centers within departments, budget transfers and amendments between departments, appropriations to all funds for grants, donations, contractual, and all other types of obligations incurred by BREC. All budgeted operating reserves or surpluses are intended to be contingency funds for unplanned or unforeseen expenses which may arise during the course of the fiscal year. Any unused operating reserves or surpluses are intended to remain in the funds at year-end to offset future increases in expenditures.
Mr. Chairman, do we have a motion to approve?
Mr. Sam motions. Mr. Taylor seconds. Any opposed? Seeing none, financial statements are approved.
I just have one other item under other business that I need to read for you. The committee recommended that the staff be allowed to proceed with a pilot program while adhering to BREC's purchasing policies and procedures for procurement of goods, materials, and services. The pilot program will include 3 departments and 5 different cost centers. The cost of the program is estimated to be less than $2,000. The data received from the pilot will be used to draft an RFP for time attendance solutions to be utilized at all BREC locations.
Need a motion to approve?
Mr. Selders makes the motion. Mr. Guillory seconds. Any opposed? Seeing none, the motion passes.
Item B under other business, a motion to approve was made to move forward with the process to explore the New Market Tax Credit Program as a potential funding source for Knock Knock Museum.
Mr. Freeman, you making a motion? Yeah. Motion to approve by Mr. Freeman. Mr. Benson seconds. Any opposed? We can seek approval.
And the third item, resolved that the Commission authorize the surplus and sale of items listed on the attachment entitled Bid Number 1562, surplus sale of equipment for a total of $17,634.16.
Who are we selling these to?
It was various individuals. It's on that list. There's a supplemental for you that purchased items that we had in surplus.
Looks like businesses as well as individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Chair, we would ask for a motion to approve the item.
Mr. Sam makes a motion to approve. Mr. Guillory seconds. Any opposed? Seeing none, the motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Savoy. Thank you, Mr. Sam. Let's move on to golf. Mr. Taylor.
Mr. Mark, come on down. By the way, man hadn't slept in 3 weeks. His wife and daughter are still over in Georgia. He's rooming here.
In time, right?
Yeah.
All good things happen in time. Well, good evening, everybody. Just a quick rounds report. As everybody knows, it's been a very, very rainy first quarter, and April hasn't been much better. 37% of our days in April were rain days, 11 in total. And we received nearly 6¼ inches of rain, with the normal being 4½. So we're a little bit down. April rounds have been down about 2,700 rounds in total for all 7 facilities, but we're hoping for better days ahead for sure. And then moving into more positive issues, we have come up with a senior golf tournament plan that we will kick off in October, starting at Dumas with a Net Better Bowl of Partners event. And then moving on to November, we've got a 2-day turkey shoot at Beaver Creek. And then January as well, we have a nice event for seniors at Texas Scramble, 1 day at Webb. So that'll be a little bit different. We have, certainly targeted seniors in the past, but we haven't had a senior schedule. So I feel with our senior sector being the major part of our golf market, it's high time that we do. So we're moving in that direction right now. Beaver Creek, as most of you know, we are in the process of revamping the grill. Friday nights will fairly soon. We'll be having grilling on the patio with very nice specialties each Friday. A nice patio happy hour, so to speak, and the range, of course, will be open at night to coincide with that. So many people have called me asking me about the details, and our plan is to try to open in coincidence with the beer license. So I'd like to have all my ducks in a row and have a nice big bang effect. And many folks have expressed interest via email and phone. And then promotions. As you know, we had a great Groupon promotion that did 450 rounds in total. We have a 4 program for children, where children pay a reduced rate at our golf courses, $4 with an adult paying. So that is one way we're trying to make it more affordable for children. We have a WAFB club card promotion where BREC is receiving nearly $39,000 in media coverage on their TV stations, and what we give is not quite as much by any stretch. So a wonderful promotion for all involved and great for BREC. And we have customer information centers in all our lobbies at our golf courses. We have a stay and play package with 2 of the top hotels in the area, Crown Plaza, and also the Renaissance Hotel, where folks can take advantage of tennis and golf discounts when they stay at those 2 participating hotels. And in a nutshell, that is what we're doing in golf. Thank you. And tennis has continued to do quite well. Their numbers are fairly consistent with what they've done in the past, so doing very well there. Thank you. And any questions from anybody? Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Yes, we sure have. I have Jack Terry, who's associated with our player development in First Tee. Jack, would you like to comment a little bit on some of the development?
I'd invite him and Jack to step out in the hall, because Jack talked to you for about 45 minutes on First Tee.
And actually, we have an item for the First Tee up for approval too. So
Right.
I do believe the answer is absolutely yes. And
Yeah.
if y'all want to get together, that's a great idea.
There is quite a bit. We've got a large schedule for it.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, we got an action item.
Okay, very good. Folks, excuse me, I'm sorry. I do want to read one item of interest to the commission. It was addressed at our recent golf committee meeting about First Tee discounts that we're offering. And with your blessing, what we're looking to do is offer discounts at all golf courses. Clark and Howell would be a 50% discount for First Tee participants. City, Dumas, and Webb would be a 30%, and 25% at Beaver Creek and Santa Maria. And the discounts are based on the availability we have at our different golf courses and also the type of play we have at certain facilities. So, for example, Beaver Creek and Santa Maria can be very, very busy with very fast players, lots of adults, where we've also found, in contrast, Clark and Howell can be at times not quite as busy and more conducive to junior play. So we're able to offer a little bit of a better discount at Clark and Howell in particular. And players age 12 and under must be supervised by an adult participating in this program. and players age 13 to 17 may play without adult supervision. And then day and time restrictions apply depending on the needs and the demands of each facility. So if it's a very, very busy facility, we've picked times where the children wouldn't feel pressured by excessive play on the golf course.
I move for a motion.
Mr. Taylor motions to approve. Mr. Freeman seconds. Any opposed? Now, only at BREC can you come and ask and get what you want. You get what you receive.
Mr. Marks,
One more, Mr.
can I
Marks.
just ask one quick question? Also, this summer, do we have a reduced price for kids that are playing with adults?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we do have a program.
Okay.
In
So
fact,
we're doing
yes, it'll be in effect very shortly.
perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Pardon me?
No, City Park's not part of First Tee. I think the second action item is resolved that the commission approve tiered fees for golf tournaments, participants in tournaments with over 50 players. Tournament fees will be discounted $1 for every 10 players beyond 50 players. The example given, 50 players at $40, 60 players at $39, 70 players at $38, etc. Mr. Taylor, if you'd like to make that
Make a motion.
Beautiful. Mr. Freeman seconds that also. Any opposed?
Actually, City Park is listed on here, the 30% discount, I think, on what we just moved on.
That is correct.
Players, right?
Thank you. For First Tee,
First
right.
tee.
Mm-hmm.
One other comment before we let
Yes, sir.
Jefferson out. Tournaments is where we're going to attract folks. And we're also looking at sponsors that will help sponsor. When we add the 3 senior tournaments, we're looking at 26 BREC tournaments for next year. And that opens the door for lots of businesses to help sponsor these different tournaments. And we encourage all the commissioners and the committee to help promote this. The more we can get playing, and that's the reason for the discounts on the number in each tournament, what the costs are. And we're very competitive with the 22 courses that are around Baton Rouge.
Yes, we are. I think so, too. Thank you very much. Anybody else have a question?
Mr. Marks, you've done a great job in a short amount of time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Taylor, anything else?
That's it.
Okay, let's move on to Human Resources. Mr. Freeman.
It was a busy month in human resources, so I think the speediest thing to do would be to turn it over to
Okay. Thank you. Good evening, Commissioners. The first item up for approval is to resolve that the Commission approve the Commission policy on golf privileges for employees and retirees, advisory committee members, commissioners, and volunteers as attached. The golf privileges for employees, retirees, advisory committee members, commissioners, and volunteers. Where the first change is BREC employees and retirees will be required to pay $3 when playing either a 9 or 18 hole with a golf cart when playing at any BREC golf facility, or there will be a $2 charge when walking the course. The second change is advisory committee members, commissioners, and BREC non-golf volunteers will be required to pay $5 when playing 9 or 18 holes with a golf cart at any BREC golf facility. There will be a $2 charge when walking the course. There will be a $1 charge per range token. Restrictions for employees' golf play will be that weekends, and holidays at the discretion of the manager on duty. Golf club managers will be expected to closely manage this program to ensure that fees are collected accordingly. Tee times may be made at the discretion of the manager on duty within the stated guidelines and must be scheduled so that requests by the public for tee times are not affected. Any questions?
I move we approve.
Okay. Second item, I'm sorry.
Any opposed? That motion does pass.
Thank you. Second item, resolved that the Commission approve the recommendation of the position naturalist, range 17, $38,146 to $62,135. That's Tier 1. Tier 2 would be $42,056 to $62,135, and this would be for our Conservation Department.
Any questions? Motions? Mr. Osberry motions to approve. Mr. Freeman seconds. Any opposed?
Thank you.
Naturalist is approved.
The last one is resolved that the commission approve the recommendation of the position for golf operations assistance. That's range 11. Tier 1 is $28,465 to $46,366. Tier 2 is $31,382 to $46,366.
Mr. Freeman motions, Mr. Guillory seconds. Any opposed? Mr. Marks, you can go home and sleep.
Thank you.
That concludes the human resources.
Okay, Mr. Freeman, thank you.
I just have just one quick question. It's not necessarily on the agenda. Just to see if maybe we'll get a quick update about the 360 program. I don't know if that was a good time now or if I should.
This is fine. That's fine. You want to?
Staff is here to share details, but I can tell you, we were concerned when we first started because we were starting in the middle of the school year, but we had 6 sites operational, which I think was a good move, and we have 9 additional sites that we're planning to really gear up for next school year. So they'll, hopefully, that's the plan.
Good evening, Commissioners. BREC Youth 360 after school officially ended May 21st. They and along with the EBR school system. At the end of the program, we awarded each student a certificate, and we held a small party for their participation. We had 6 sites. We had 2 sites in the Zachary area, we had 2 sites in the central area, and we had 2 sites in the EBR school system. We had a total of 731 children to participate in this program. Our expenses was $31,000 plus, and our revenue was $35,000. So the program covered itself, plus with a little extra on the side. Next year, we will be adding 8 more sites. We're going to be promoting. The staff is, as soon as we get summer day camps started, the staff is meeting with Eric Johnson and getting the school buses routes together. We'll be focusing again on Anna T. Jordan, Ben Burge, Maplewood, Howell Community Park, Gus Young, Longfellow, North Sherwood, and Reams Road. And also, we will be adding some more components to the U360 with the Mayor's Office Healthy City Initiative. They're going to be part of the program also. We're also going to be adding the Louisiana Youth Wetlands coming in to showcase their program. And also, we've received a commitment from City Year, who has committed to us to provide volunteer staff. So that's going to help also with the cost when we have volunteer staff. We are very excited. Again, we were kind of, it started late, but it got pushed, and next year, this year coming, we feel that we can get these other sites on board, and we're looking forward to it.
Thank you. I just a couple little things. I can't tell you how much, as a school system, we appreciate what you do. We know that I think we probably put you in a tight situation with our deadlines in December and January. But anything I can do to help make sure that we can get into those open houses in August, I know we're happy to do. I really can't thank you enough for thinking about Howell Park. We're going to add another probably 200 kids to Howell Park as Delmont closes. And so very prescient on your part to kind of get that for us because we're going to have.
Yeah, and that school, they'll be able to walk to the facility because it's right next door, golf course and all. Awesome. While I'm up here, I would like, and I know Ms. McKnight mentioned to you guys about the pool situation, but we have accommodated, we're in the process of accommodating the kids that swim at that pool camps. Also, the swim lessons, they will be moved to either Howell or Brooks. YMCA has also offered A.C. Lewis as a way to provide that service. So we have 39 people scheduled for swim lessons there. I'm happy to stand up here and say that our swim lessons are full. We don't have room anymore. It's just we still trying to find instructors, and that's a good thing. So so we're working on that. So we will accommodate those kids that use Gus Young Pool.
Outstanding, Mr. Sam. Did you have?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to commend Ms. McKnight and the Recreation Department for a job well done with the 360 program. And we do realize that we did get off on a rough start. There are a few hoops to jump sometimes when you're working with a huge school system, and so we understand that. But hopefully, through the course of this summer, working very closely with BREC staff and Recreation Department, we'll be able to expand the 360 program and keep the program as a safe haven for students after school. So thank you so much for a job well done.
And if it's okay, I would like to thank you all for helping to facilitate this program and open up the door for us, because we couldn't have done it without the two of you. Thank you.
That's awesome. All right, looks like we got one more matter of business. There's some standing committees for Ms. Marion. Mr. Freeman motions to approve. Mr. Benson seconds. Any opposed? Seeing none, they pass. Commissioners, any other new business anybody wants to comment on? Mr. Taylor?
Move we adjourn.
Done. Good meeting.
Always. Always.